everybody. Welcome to the Shirley and Sullivan Educational Foundation's annual directors meeting. You guys, thank you for taking the time to attend and share your ideas with us. You all have the agenda by now, but there's some things that I want to go over. One of the first things we have to talk about is saying goodbye to Danielle. Danielle and her husband and family and friends have been an amazing inspiration to us and have made a major donation to our foundation in building libraries and partnerships and organizing teams of volunteers and really creating safe spaces for children to go to after school, to read, to learn, to study, to live. And we are forever grateful to her and her husband and her family and her friends. We will be nominating a new vice president this year in Tansy Brashears. We say Brashears, she just got married. Everybody knows that. She was married in September, so a huge congratulations to Tansy. She's done an enormous amount of work with Sarah Jane and I on the V sign, from the conceptualizing, making some of the very first artwork for us, brainstorming with us, sitting down with me last year in August to really talk about the V sign and more ways we can get the word out. And so we are really happy and delighted to nominate her as our new vice president, and we will need everyone to vote for that. So thank you. And moving forward, you guys, this year I want to start the meeting off really talking about donations from the directors. We have some directors who donate generously every year, and then we have some directors who don't donate at all. It's not a prerequisite that you donate when you're on a board of directors, but when you don't donate and you don't encourage others to donate, then we must ask ourselves the question, if I don't believe in the work that I'm doing, if I don't believe in the volunteer work that I'm doing, then how can I expect others to? I mean, really, when you think about it, if we're looking at donations of $10, $15, $25, $100, $500, you guys, together, we make this work possible. Together, we're able to send kids to school. Together, we're able to help during the Ebola virus in West Africa. Together, we're able to get the V sign out there. But we all know that together, we have to believe in us. And it just gave me a pause and a moment to thinking in retrospect of what message am I not sharing with you, where you don't feel that it's important to donate or to rally supporters to donate to us. Now, I understand there always comes a time in people's lives, or can come a time in people's life, where economically they just can't do it. It happens. But we also have the ability to encourage others, whether it's going to the Amazon Smile when we're doing your online shopping, and if you use the Amazon Smile button for the Shirley and Sullivan Educational Foundation, it automatically makes a donation to us. You might think, oh, $1 is nothing, or 50 cents is nothing, or 25 cents is nothing. But when you add it up and you look at the accounting, you can see that every penny counts. And when we think about it, education, that you can go to a university in Liberia for $150 for 1 year. That's right, $150. So every dollar, every penny, every cent that you could donate to us, you guys would be really appreciated. And believe in us, trust us. We're doing some really good things. And again, as I say this in closing this conversation, it gave me reason to pause that I wasn't seeing that commitment from our own team. And I would be remiss not to ask you to make a commitment this year, to make a donation to SASEF, to encourage your friends to donate to SASEF. I really appreciate it. So going back to the agenda, you guys, I'm not going to go over the old business because you can pretty much read that yourself. But I'm just going to run through some of the more of the new business, okay? In case there's some things that I want to clarify for us today. I want to say thank you, everybody. You know, last year we together created a new mission statement, a new vision statement with a team of volunteers from Volunteer Match. And I think we did a great job. The mission statement is out there now. Once again, we did it as a team, you guys, and we did a great job. We had a volunteer who was a really special volunteer that came from Volunteer Match, who did a blind testing of the website. He did a blind testing of the mission statement, of the vision statement, to ensure that our messages were coming across clearly, and they are. So bravo for us. That's a really good thing. I want to talk about us taking last year to really work to review and reorganize and take a closer look at the Millennium Development Goals and the work we had done there, and moving forward with the Sustainable Development Goals until 2030. I think everyone's familiar with them, but just in case you're not, we've got Director Jack Jinga, who has put together a detailed report on the Sustainable Development Goals that SASEF will be focusing on, and you'll find that information included in the program review. So thank you, Jack. Jack is also spearheading the 1 for 7 billion campaign. This is the first time ever in the history of the United Nations that organizations like ours have been called on to help select the new Secretary General of the United Nations. So we are really glad to be there. We're really happy that Jack has taken this on, and he's giving us a detailed review, which is also included in the program overview. Let me see. You guys, I'm going to kind of jump over to the V sign, because last year I went to the Human Rights Advocacy Institute in Cambridge, and also the John F. Kennedy School of Governance in Boston, to learn more about human rights advocacy for children. So I was able to spend a week with people just like us, coming from all parts of the world, whether it's the South Sudan, we all know is at war, or Pakistan and Israel, to sit down and say, okay, these are the problems that we're dealing with. How can we get our message out there? Where are we missing the boat in getting people to use the V sign? Why are we not progressing as far as I think we should be progressing with getting it out there? But anyway, what I learned in this meeting is that adults are afraid of it, and adults are the gatekeepers to the children when we're trying to enter school systems to introduce the V sign. So we've come up with some, we hope, creative ways to use other platforms that help us introduce child protection and the V sign, and not say some of the words that make parents extremely nervous. So this year we're introducing a children's art project specifically targeted for the V sign. We're using the platform of the Sustainable Development Goals and the United Nations Convention on the Rights of the child-friendly version, and introducing this in the classroom. So our director, Luis Alberto, has taken this on. So we'll be starting this project in Luanda, Angola. The project is already written. You get a snippet of it in the program review. We've already started to create the marketing materials and posters and things for it that are ethnically friendly, because the marketing materials we would use in Luanda are not the marketing materials we would use, let's say, in Sweden. Okay? This project is made possible by the generous donations of the Todd McGuillan family. And last year, unfortunately, and our heartfelt condolences to our director, Jeff, his father passed, and his family made generous donations in his honor to our foundation. And we are taking those donations and moving into the classroom with this art project in honor of Todd, in honor of the McGuillan family. And we do believe that together we are going to save children's lives. So here we go again in 2016, 2017, moving forward with the V sign. And a huge thank you to Louise and the John Hopkins Center for Human Rights, and Lynn Torman, who is a great volunteer for us and helping us put this project together, and the team of volunteers that we will be organizing in Angola through the American Embassy in Angola to make this happen. So good for us. Just quickly going over some things that happened last year. You know, we were selected by, or shortlisted by, the Maggie L. Walker School of Governance. We consulted with them on a grant, Oh, my computer went down. There we are. Sorry. We consulted with them about a grant. Again, we were shortlisted, the last list of 3. And what we presented to them was the V-Sign and Child Protection to be created as a project in the school systems in Brazil during the Olympic Games. Unfortunately, we were not selected, but I say that kind of, you guys. I'm not sure it's so unfortunate because when we look at what's happening with the Zika virus, I'm not convinced that it would have been a good idea for us to have to be at this area with the Zika virus and implementing the project. Maybe I'm being overly cautious, but I don't know. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you. Last year, we did some really great work, you guys. We think about the Ebola virus. I'm sure we all remember that. And under the guidance of Fred Weeder and the Youth Are Partners for Empowerment International in Monrovia, Liberia, we have scholarshiped 6 children to attend school for the school year of 2015, 2016. So we're really very happy and proud about that. Moving on, I just want to see if there's a lot of other things we need to go over. I think most of the things on the agenda, you guys, is pretty self-explanatory. If you have any questions, you can ask me. We are still trying to, or making presentations and introducing SASEF and the V-Sign. And you guys, I have to tell you honestly, it's probably the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. You know, we've been really successful with our other campaigns and programs, you know, with the platform for the Millennium Development Goals and the Human Rights Declaration. But once we start, you know, going into these scary topics of children and sex, or protecting children from sexual predators or child trafficking, people are not as friendly. People don't really want to hear about it or talk about it like they want to talk about maybe doing a project to clean up their neighborhood or introducing a project for water or dentistry or whatever. So it has been a professional challenge for me, but one that I'm up for, and I thank you guys for your support because I'm telling you, one day it's going to be the sign adopted by all children to save themselves, to save their lives. I know it. So thank you for your support. So you guys, I've sent you the email that tells you how to get into the meeting. This year, there are 4 topics in the meeting, on the meeting blog I'm talking about, that I ask you to comment on. Really simple. And I think we're going to have a really good year. We've got some things lined up I'm excited about. I'm really excited that we have everybody on our team has volunteered to take on something with the foundation. We've got Jeff down in Atlanta, and he's going to be our representative with the Center for Civil and Human Rights in Atlanta. Kim and Jack have taken on blogging on Facebook and Twitter for the Global Goals for Sustainable Development. Sarah Jane has created a blog to help us talk with each other more. Palma and Tansy are going to be working on a newsletter to tell the stories of how SASEF has impacted lives of the volunteers and children and our scholars. I don't want to forget, of course, Louise has taken on the V-Sign Art Project. Jack also has taken on the 1 Billion Project. Fred Weeder is really going forward, you guys, doing great things with youth education for employment. He also championed for us the Valentine's Day Global Rising, which was to stop the violence against women on Valentine's Day, and that has been wonderful. So together, you guys, we make a great team. We really do. And I just want to say thank you. Thank you so much for your hard work, for listening, for your commitment, for doing everything that you do to help the organization go forward, send kids to school, and save their lives. So I wish you a great day and a wonderful weekend. If you have any questions, I'll be on and off the internet most of the days that the meeting is going on, so don't hesitate to ask me anything. Okay? I love you guys, and again, thank you so much for all of your help. Have a great day. Bye-bye.